A never-ending story that continues to haunt the people of Trinidad and Tobago to this day. Today we are going to talk a little bit about the story of 6-year-old Sean Luke. Luke was sodomized with a sugar cane stalk that ruptured his intestines and internal organs. He died from internal bleeding. Alcohol was found in his system. It's reported that a group of boys from the Orange Valley, Couva, village went fishing on March 26, when Luke went missing. Luke's mother Pauline Lum Fai reported her son missing as soon as she realized he wasn't at home. Akil Mitchell, 13, and Richard Chatu, 16, were identified as the two boys who took Luke into the cane field. Both men were teenagers at the time of Luke's murder. Chatu lived nearby and Mitchell, his cousin, was visiting at the time. Luke's body was found in the cane field close to his home 2 days later. Forensic pathologist Dr. Easlyn McDonald-Burris, testifying at the trial, in 2021, of the two men, Akil Mitchell and Richard Chatu, charged with Luke's murder, admitted the child's autopsy traumatized her 15 years and hundreds of autopsies later. During the 2-hour-long autopsy on March 28, 2006, she removed a 53-centimeter cane stalk in the child's body. Sperm cells, which later matched Mitchell, was found on Luke. The details were too gruesome and had caused serious trauma citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. On the boy's body, there were bruises on the lower jaw and 2 interrupted, or broken, linear red bruises on the neck, possibly caused by applying pressure. She said the injury to the face was suggestive of a thumbprint or something pressed into the face, and on the neck, a cord, belt, strong, shoelaces, or a hand, could have been used, using mild to moderate force, since Luke was a small child. McDonald-Burris said from the degree of decomposition, Luke would have been dead for more than 24 hours. In July 23, 2021, the men were found guilty of murder by Justice Lisa Ramsumer-Hines. A minimum sentence of 17 years, 6 months, and 13 days at the court's pleasure was imposed on 28-year-old Mitchell, with period reviews every 3 years. Chatu, 31, received a term of detention of 11 years, 6 months, and 13 days, at the court's pleasure. He, too, was expected to return in 3 years for a sentence review by a judge. In July 2022, lawyers representing the two men who were convicted of Luke's murder indicated their intentions to have their convictions and sentenced overturned. On June 24, the appeal was filed by attorneys complained that the trial judge erred in law on a number of instances in considering the evidence in the case. Mitchell's next review would have come up on September 13, 2024, if a retrial was not ordered. The two had opted for a judge-only trial, however, they can opt for a jury at their next trial. The appeal was made on 10 grounds. 2 of which argued that science could not prove for how long Mitchell's sperm had been there, suggesting Luke could have been sexually assaulted hours or even days before his death. So, it could not suggest that even if it is to be believed that Luke was sexually assaulted by Mitchell, it doesn't prove Mitchell murdered him. Attorneys for Chatu, on the other hand, said while their client had given a confession statement to police following his arrest that implicated both him and Mitchell, they suggested he was tricked, coached, and coerced into doing so. And in July 2022, almost a year after they were convicted of the murder, the Court of Appeal ordered a new trial for 2 men because of the number of serious errors made by the judge who delivered their guilty verdicts. Luke's mother said she has no intention of being a part of the retrial. She was reported saying that she prefers to be thrown in jail for refusing to respond to a court summons to testify again.